All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you a daily horoscope for December 1st, 2020. We're the last month of the year. It has been quite a year, to say the least, right? I think we can all agree it's been a huge year of transformation, a huge year of change. We get the last 31 days left in front of us, right? And we have the moon connecting today with the north node, okay, in Gemini. We just had this eclipse, right? So at like 4 in the morning today, the moon's going to connect with the north node, which is why we have the eclipses. It's whenever the sun and the moon or full moon or new moon by the nodes within 18 degrees is what creates the eclipse, right? So this Gemini eclipse is about seeking our truth, seeking our own path, right? And really opening up to change, okay? It's change. It's going with, it's this Gemini is a swift, is very fast, ruled by Mercury, the fastest planet in the zodiac. And it's zipping over here and here and here and here and here. And it's learning all this information. And the more information that we learn, all right, the more things shift and change. So it's us gaining the ability to be fluid, okay? This is very important as we're continuing this month and in this eclipse season as well, right? So let me show you the chart here. There's a lot of energy going on, particularly creative energy today. Okay, there's a lot of quintiles in the chart. Let me just show you because there's a lot going on, all right? So what we're looking at is these light blue lines here, okay? So we've got Pluto, transformation here in Capricorn, authority, all right? Our daily lives, how we govern ourselves, the outside authority as well as inside authority. Our public image, our career, this is how we choose to show up, okay? There's a transformation on how we choose to show up every single day and how other people see us showing up every single day, okay? And we have this creative energy here to Chiron, okay? So we can be stuck, right? And there's this creative way that comes up today. There's a lot of creative energy going on. Look at all of these quintiles, okay? So we're talking about Pluto to Chiron, okay? This is about transformation and healing of oneself. And understanding, the bigger picture, Capricorn here is the bigger picture, and Aries self, where Chiron is about healing oneself. And the creative ways that we must take, or a creative approach at looking at a way to heal oneself, to gain not only the notoriety that we need, but the personal daily discipline for our lives. It's like this is life transformational energy up here in Capricorn right now, okay? Now, if we follow this quintile over here, we're connecting with Venus, okay? And Venus right back up to Pluto, okay? And we know Venus is about love, okay? And Venus is in Pluto's sign, okay? And so this is our water energy, and this is our earth energy. So where there is a lack of something, right? Jupiter in Capricorn, where there's a lack of something, lack of ground, Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto in the earth sign wants to add structure into the love that we feel so very deeply, okay? To the things that we desire so deeply in our heart. So this is a really important connection here. This is bringing, things up deep from, beneath the surface that's saying, look, this is important. And to handle this in a practical manner, not just emotional manner, a practical manner. How can we create something from this? Okay, as this creativity is flowing. And then further, Venus now quintile down here to the moon and the north node, going in this direction, going in my direction, following my own path is what brings this healing, transformation, and practical love, okay? And then we have the moon and the north node creating a quintile up to Jupiter and to Saturn. Okay, this is creative energy between me going in my own path and me adding abundance in my life and me understanding that I am the authority, that there is no power over me. There is no power. You know what I mean? And that's an interesting thing to say. Because Saturn is the laws of reality, right? If I jump out of a 4-story building, I'm going to hit the ground. That's over me. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but in the same sense, it's of self. I choose how to act. I choose how to walk. I choose, which direction I'm going in. I choose if I'm going to hit snooze or if I'm going to get out of bed in the morning. You know, I choose if I'm going to take a hot shower or a cold shower. You know what I mean? So there are things, again, like the laws of reality, the laws of physics and things like that have a power over us. But essentially this energy that we're talking about is self-empowerment energy. Okay, what we choose to do and how we choose to do it, how we choose to govern ourselves. How we choose. We can put ourselves very easily. You know, we can be the record repeating on the oldies and you know, loop memories of the past and all. You know, it's just like, or we can be focused here in the present and where we're trying to go. Okay, and this month in December, Jupiter and Saturn are both moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius. Okay, so we're getting ready here. It's like we're taking the practical steps and adding abundance and structure into our lives so we can focus on the future. And the past is not it, right? That's why this particular set of eclipses is extremely important here, because the sun is connecting with the south node. Sun is ego self. This is our representation of who we are, our point of illumination. Okay, so there's a lot internally up here that we have to let go of in order to move to this new place of the future. All right, let me come back to the chart for a second. And I want to show you is that, because I got this pulled out for 4 in the morning, you know, on December 1st. So now the moon is going to enter its home sign of Cancer around 11 o'clock tonight. But just watch here as, you know, there's so much energy going on. Further with this, okay, an emotional need to go down our own path, a creative way of opening up to our love, a transformation, a healing coming in, okay? And this is where it gets really interesting here, is we also have the North Node and the Moon creating that sextile to Mars. Again, this is about our action. Again, what we're choosing, how to act, all right? So much connecting with Venus today, okay? Venus quintile to Chiron. Venus quintile the North Node to the Moon. Venus opposing Uranus. Venus quintile to Pluto. Venus trine to Neptune. Okay, this is our dreams, our imagination. So it's like there's a lot riding right now on how we feel. Okay, honor our feelings today. Honor our feelings this week, as this is all very relevant. Okay, and this is adding to our healing, adding to our understanding, and further, this is about, you know, a radical breakthrough. This little semi-square right here. If we're not willing to step out and do something rather radical, or to feel, you know, I talk about it quite often, when we start to do something different in our lives, when we do a change, whether we're letting go of something, letting go of an old habit or starting a new habit, you know, it can be an uncomfortable feeling, okay? That's that Uranian energy, and these eclipses are Uranian, okay? The eclipses are Uranian energy. It's that breakthrough wild energy. They're not normal full moons and normal new moons, right? So the fact that we had this eclipse here, and then just within, you know, 11 and a half hours now, we've got the moon and the North Node creating that semi-square over there to Uranus, is saying, like, we have to break through. There's not enough volume in this beaker to contain this energy. Okay, it's going to volcano. It's going to shoot out and come over, you know, so it's just like, we can't hold on to this energy. We can't lock it in. Right? It's going to explode. It's going to come out of us. And that's going to say this moving to this place of new. Okay. So there's this creative energy of moving toward that place and honoring the self, honoring our emotions, and allowing the radical or breakthrough or that energy that just wants to go, you know, and it's a positive way. It's not a negative thing. Okay. There's a lot of positivity in this chart right now. And then as the moon moves on, all right, now we're starting to create these, look at that, you know, we're starting to create all these connections here. You know, Mercury as well, 29 degrees of Scorpio, about to move into the sign of Sagittarius to join the sun. So we're putting our mind, we're getting out of the shadow phase with Mercury. We'll have, you know, our love and desires, our heart will still be there, you know, figuring out what cobwebs we need to clear out, where our minds are going to be moving toward this higher place of education, philosophy, and learning and absorbing, just like the sun here. Okay, and in this eclipse that we're going to have in just under 2 weeks, Mercury is going to be conjunct the south node. The sun will be at like 23 degrees. Okay, so they're all this really tight conjunction here the energy that we're moving toward. Okay, so this is really interesting, and how we're choosing to utilize the knowledge that we're gaining to seek our own truth and to create the abundance and joy in our lives with limited resources. Okay, that sounds. Oh. There's so much going on, my friends. I mean, that's really the meat of our day. And like I said, we follow this moon's journey, and it's going to start creating these little septiles over here to Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn. Again, seeking our own truth, allowing this new truth to change us, allowing this new truth to create abundance in our lives, allowing this new truth to create structure and discipline within our lives. And then our moon, starts to, instead of this semi-square over here to Uranus, well, now we get this septile. And that septile comes up to Jupiter. Okay? So this is abundance and breakthroughs in emotional learning. And then that emotional learning, we come right into here. We come home. So by the end of the day, it's like we're all this learning, all this breakthrough kind of energy. We might be purging in some sort of a way. We might be throwing things away. We might be crying. We might be releasing some sort of emotional energy. And then it's like because of this release, there's a sense of this, it's like it's the resolve at the end of, a beautiful classical piece, that last final chord that just, that brings us home. Like we can finally breathe, we can finally rest, we can finally relax, right? So there's a little bit of work to do this day. And there's one, there's so much going on here. All right, my friends, 30 days, 30 more days of 2020 ahead of us, 31, including this day. All right. We're going to make it through it, and we're going to come out squeaky, shiny, new. All right? Our old lives are over. We have a new life ahead of us. The new life ahead of us is going to cost us our old life. Are we willing to separate? Are we willing to let go of that old life to enter this new place? I think the answer is yes. I think we're all ready for the final lessons of 2020 before we get, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in the future of Aquarius and entering this age of Aquarius. It's like stamped and notarized. We just got a little bit of learning to do before then. All right. A lot of learning, maybe? I don't know. All right, my friends, that's our day. Have a beautiful one. Enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow.